Hello everyone, I'm Hugo.
I'm Jake.
And welcome back. Today we're looking at a Christmas classic in the making. And that is The Last Ounce of Courage. This is a small film made by a company called Veritas Entertainment.
You know, I googled it. I couldn't find a goddamn thing on them because Veritas or Veritas, whatever it is, used very often and... they have no information online. They don't have a website.
So, I have no idea who made this film, but I'm very glad they did. This is the War on Christmas film you've all been waiting for. A film bold enough to ask the question we've all been wondering.
Yeah.
Is it illegal to celebrate Christmas?
Oh, yeah, that is. So, this is our first salvo in the War on Christmas. Prepare yourselves. Tell Josh Fierstein, we're coming for his holiday!
So, without further ado... let's watch Last Ounce of Courage.
I should have got a hat. Yeah. You got the hat. That's fine.
We'll spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it once was like in America when men were free.
There is a thing right here. Sit up, turn around, there.
I'm not a doctor, but being filmed with a camcorder filter over the footage increases your risk of untimely plot-related deaths by over 1,000%.
Really?
Yeah, in lethality, it's next only to being a cop one day from retirement or a black person in any Stephen King story.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in real life.
Oh, close.
Near a cop.
Okay.
Okay. Calm down! Is this movie going to be about being a third wheel? Because if so, shouldn't we have invited Rich Evans?
Oh.
I am so sorry, Rich. It was just really funny. And real.
Oh god, we've entered the wet dream of anyone who's ever considered purchasing a Ford truck.
Well, you see what he's doing here, though, right?
He's
an American hero.
Okay, yeah. He's signaling
with the American flag how
virtuous?
I would say virtuous, how virtuous it is.
He is signaling his virtue
about how good it is to have patriotism.
You know, I always saw myself as a patriot.
No, it's not time for that.
No.
We're recording at 11. 11 in the morning. No, it stays shut.
Dan Aykroyd said I can ruin my life. I'd rather do it than watch the movie sober.
No. Be more like Harold, not like Dan. More like Harold. He's dead. Yeah, you should probably just get that back if you were going to be more like Harold.
Ghostbusters 3, here we go.
That's fine. No, you're right.
Tastes like all of Bill Murray's bad films. Most of them.
This tastes like Harold Ramis's casket.
I don't remember anyone telling me that freedom had to be fought for and defended.
I do, because you had Ronald Reagan say it as a quote at the beginning of this movie. I remember that, because unlike Reagan, I do not have dementia.
And I love my country, and I love being free. But the day I saw my son packing to leave our country to fight in another, I understood what my father must have felt when I left for war.
Sad that the military-industrial complex has plucked another fresh-faced youth to be fed through the meat grinder of our disgusting excuse for foreign intervention.
No, the same sense of pride you get by tear-gassing children over the border, right in their faces.
I'm horrified.
Thomas was 20. He had his whole life ahead of him. He had a young wife, great friends, and a future.
Yeah, a horrible future filled with a messy divorce thanks to getting married at 20. You might want to hope a small Afghani child leads you into an ambush to save you from the custody agreement with your horribly parented children.
That guy came in there. Nice. High five.
No.
He came in the womb. He made a baby with it.
I know how babies work.
Okay. You want a high five for that one?
For him coming?
In there. Nice.
Anything happens to me over there, take care of him. You just come back.
But I came in, Dad. I came in.
No.
But he came in.
Stop!
Christian Cream Pie!
If they telegraph this any harder, they're going to have to pay royalties to Francis Ronalds.
What? Who's that?
Google it. Not all jokes are easy.
Francis Ronalds? Okay. Francis Ronalds. He's a scientist. Was an English scientist and inventor and arguably the first electrical engineer. He was knighted for creating the first working electric telegraph. Oh, God, I'm proud of you. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Solid.
We made it back to base, safe and sound. Every day I pray that God will see me through so I can get back to you, Kari.
Where are we gonna shoot the Middle Eastern war stuff? I don't know, I got a friend at the warehouse. We'll wash it out and it'll be all deserty. It'll be fine.
You know.
Those are the voices I can do.
Easy for him to say. I love you, Thomas.
Why does it look like he's wearing a camo nightgown? That's the joke I wrote, because it's just...
He's combat Scrooge.
I don't know. Yeah. It's a combat moo-moo. Okay. Tactical moo-moo.
Moo-moos are already tactical. They let you get real low. Lots of leg room. Moo-moos are tactical, damn it.
The days passed just like all the other days of every year, until that morning. I'll never forget the sound of that doorbell.
Yeah, probably because it just sounds like your doorbell. That's.
I thought they were gonna like Foley a unique doorbell.
No, it just sounds like a normal doorbell.
It's like the doorbelliest doorbell I've ever heard.
Like if I had to say, what's a doorbell?
It's a pretty innocuous doorbell. It doesn't really.
The same Foley guy that did the noise for this movie lives in my head whenever you say the word doorbell.
Yeah, it's the same exact noise. It's. Okay, that was our tight 30 seconds on doorbells.
We put more thought into that 30 seconds than they put into that line.
That's true. Yeah.
God, look at that toddler. I love this kid. Even he's like, oh my God, was this the best we could get for this part? Someone get this kid's momager. He deserves so much better.
Momager. Yeah. Solid. Neat.
Port on! Hey! Fuck!
Alright, if this guy turns out to be magic in any way whatsoever, everybody's got to take a shot. That's the rules.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
You might as well take it now.
Well, I mean, we don't have proof yet. Gotta wait.
We both watched the movie and
yeah,
we both know it.
I wrote that down before I
finished.
This
is all a lie!
Well, I did this... Well, I mean, it wasn't a lie.
You think the TV's here and we're watching it? No,
it's a camera!
The TV's over there!
The TV's way over there! Actually, the TV you watched it on is down the road! It's all an illusion.
Hey, if none of your actors, and I mean none of them, can cry on cue, maybe don't write such emotionally charged scenes. Otherwise it looks like you're having the world's worst sad face contest.
Without my son, nothing else really mattered.
And now, our reenactment of that emotionally charged scene. Do you feel?
I'm not entirely up on my flag code knowledge, but there must certainly be some rule against using it as just like a tarp to put on your bike, right?
Not if you're using it in a creepy fetishistic way to overcompensate for the death of your son at the hands of the very system that failed you both.
Is it 2020 yet?
It is not. It is 2018.
Oh God, that was just the prologue. You know what? No? Okay.
Something I can do for you, gentlemen? Boy, I'll bet that hurt, didn't it? Okay, come with me, let's fix it up. It was just a flesh wound, but I have to know what happened. I cannot be involved in something illegal, guys.
It wasn't a crime, Mayor. He accidentally shot himself.
Okay, so within 20 seconds, we have established 1. It has been 14 years since his son's death. 2. The father now works as a pharmacist. 3. Bikers occasionally come in and ask for medical help from the pharmacist, who is not licensed to stitch up wounds. 4. The biker leader is a little person. And 5. The father, in addition to being a pharmacist, is also the town's mayor. You know, that classic Christmas movie setup.
Cannot be involved in something illegal, guys.
Didn't he just say he couldn't be involved in illegal activity?
Yeah.
But then he already did the thing. He let him go. He'd already done the... Was he gonna pull the fucking stitches out? I don't understand. He shot himself in the stomach. He stitched him up. I can't be involved in any illegal activity. It's fine. You already did the thing.
If we're gonna get hung up on every inaccuracy in this movie.
Oh, wow. Chris! Oh, my. You're all grown up. Just like your dad. He looks like his dad. Mm-hmm.
It's not some LA gang handshake, is it?
Bob.
Huh?
Do you get it? He's old.
If the director couldn't come up with a young people handshake, why didn't he just ask the young person in the fucking scene? What is that? Like, we've never done that, and we can, like, we just whatever, and then you fucking, like, that was really terrible, but it's better than whatever. You see that? It's getting better. It's getting better. Jellyfish. There we go. It's not bad. Not bad. You seemed very uncomfortable with all of that.
Yeah.
You're making a face.
That's just how I feel all the time, but I was too distracted with handshaking to suppress it.
Oh.
Do you remember that old missions church that was downtown? The one with the Jesus Saves cross on the side? We bought that building, and we put the community mission there.
Cross isn't there anymore.
I'm like 99% sure no church has ever been asked to remove their cross because someone got offended. The only one I could find on the internet was there was a college chapel in Oklahoma that got the cross removed because it was part of the college. So, I mean, maybe it's happened, but I'm going to go with this is a lie.
It had been 14 years since we looked into Thomas's trunk. Even to see my own grandson open it was painful.
That's the Gideon Bible that he took everywhere.
They just said they hadn't opened the trunk in 14 years. But the camera was in there, and this footage is clearly of the kid as, well, a kid, and not the toddler he was when the dad died. So, I'm having trouble, movie. I know it was a whole one scene ago, but maybe keep track of the things your characters say.
Maybe don't say we haven't opened this for 14 years. Maybe just say we don't open this a lot.
Sure!
I never saw this one. They're so cute.
So why don't people do Christmas like that anymore? With the shepherds and everything.
I mean, some people definitely do that for Christmas still. But, like, most people like to have fun on Christmas.
Sick burn.
Nice, thanks.
Well, for a long time, people have been trying to pass laws to get rid of Christmas altogether.
Okay, I'm sorry. Come again? No one's trying to get rid of Christmas. It's more pervasive than ever. It's starting to slip into stores a week before Halloween. People are free to celebrate it however they want. Religious as fuck, or not religious at all. The movie's just gonna make me cringe to death. I swear to God.
It happened one time, and the Puritans did it in the 1600s.
Because they thought Christmas wasn't Christian enough?
It was kind of like they don't like it. It's too fun. And then later on, people were like, "But we like fun," and then they did it again.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, this is yet another lie.
Dad, this is amazing. When I get back from tour, I'm gonna be cruising in this every day. Dad, will you stop worrying about me?
I'm into this.
They should just be together, man.
It has gay for pay written all over it.
It's beautiful. I just, can I get the story about these two, like, falling in love and, making it together, and they could celebrate Christmas still, and just, like, it's kind of beautiful. You just look at them, they're just, like, they're so cute together. The actors, not the, I don't know what their relationship is, IRL, but.
Your mouth and eyes are moister than I'm comfortable with.
Ta-da! This truck was your dad's truck. Maddie, you coming? Come on, Chris, let's go. Hey, Bob. Lighten up a little, will ya? Santa's coming, you know.
Yeah.
What is with this implied friendship with the 14-year-old girl?
I don't know. I think, is this kind of like when, I don't want to be, it's not racist. You know when Indian people, like, arrange marriages? Is the film doing that?
I don't know. Is him making friends with young women a normal thing? Or is that a pattern of behavior that started happening after his rockin' twink son died?
Well, no, the movie, the cop friend, ex-third wheel, is the dad of one of them. I think.
Okay.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
This movie's fucking confusing.
Kari Revere.
Hey.
Hey.
Well, you grew up, Greg.
So did you. Is that your son?
Yes, that is Christian. In a long time.
Too long.
So the former third wheel is 100% coming in Miss Lady by the end of the movie. And if she doesn't, as a bet between ourselves, I will eat your ass on camera.
I do not want. Do not want.
I said it on camera already. That shit's sacred. You can't change it. I hope you are clean. You're clean, right?
Probably not.
Why?
I haven't had a vegetable in 4 years.
Meaty's good. That's fine. I like meat.
So Chris gets into trouble, and when I say trouble, I mean full on, there's a cop standing behind them in the principal's office when they talk about it. So what could he possibly have done to elicit such a response? He brought his dad's old Bible into school. I have to ask myself, Are the writers of this movie so dumb and deluded that they think kids aren't allowed to bring Bibles to school? Or do they think the audience is so dumb that they won't question this ludicrous scenario? Both? Maybe both.
Again, I can't find a single case of Bibles or prayer being banned in schools unless you're talking about faculty being able to lead prayer or Bible studies during class hours. But since Christian here is a student, I assume we're talking about students. So this is just like last time, a fucking lie. It's a lie.
Why do Christian movies lie so much more than normal movies?
What weird. Wow. Unknowable. That's unknowable.
Just the way it is now.
That's a stupid rule.
There ain't no rule.
Say again, Leonard?
There ain't no rule. They can have their Bibles here if they want to. They're just a bunch of cowards.
Why is the janitor the only reasonable person in this movie? He's like, hey, that's not illegal. You know that, right, guys? Hey, where am I? What?
You know that black janitor. He's pretty wise, wouldn't you say?
Oh, we're doing the... He falls into the trope.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Christmas is a federal holiday, signed into law by U.S. grant, and we're living in a time where some retail outlets will not say Merry Christmas. Insane?
What did my dad die for, Bob?
You know, the sad thing is this kid could have legitimate gripes with the US and why they sent his dad to die in the desert at all. But no, clearly his dad died so some old fuck can get mad about Starbucks Christmas cups or whatever. Jesus Christ, propaganda is real. Apparently it makes $3 million over the course of its whole theatrical run.
$3 million, huh?
Yeah.
Does that break its budget?
I don't know. I couldn't find budget information.
It better not have been over $3 million, I can tell you that.
It doesn't look like it.
And after 75 years, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce refused to sponsor the Christmas parade. The LA City Council took over and renamed it the Hollywood Santa Parade. 75 years of tradition, gone.
In March 2007, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce decided to end the parade's run due to the lack of celebrities and a loss of $100,000 for the 2006 production, which the Associated Press said cost about $1 million to mount. However, later in 2007, the city of Los Angeles created a new parade to replace the Hollywood Christmas Parade entitled the Hollywood Santa Parade, and produced on the weekend after Thanksgiving. The original parade had traditionally been held on the Wednesday evening before the holiday. Participation in the new parade came by invitation only, and Bob Barker, fresh from his farewell tapings as host of The Price is Right, was that year's parade grand marshal. In 2007 and 2008, KTLA had aired the new parade on a tape-delayed basis. In 2009, the name was restored to the Hollywood Christmas Parade. This wasn't a lie, but as we like to say in the biz...
It was an exaggeration.
Yeah.
So what are we up here looking for?
Christmas stuff, decorations.
Isn't that a little old school? Yeah, because people don't really decorate around here anymore.
Where in the United States of delusion does this take place where Christmas is unpopular? This year, the screenwriter should ask Santa for a lithium prescription.
Oh, jackpot. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking?
You're gonna put up the decoration? Oh, yep, she did. She did do that.
Whatever happened to Christmas in this town? I mean, I've been sitting around here watching it disappear just like everybody else. Nobody says anything. Did you ever think that you'd see the day when people were offended by a cross in public?
Let's address the cross thing too. Crosses in public are fine, as in private business owners or private individuals putting them in public view on their property. The only problem is religious symbology being put up by the local or state or federal government. That's literally it, because the government can't endorse any particular religion without excluding others. People aren't offended, it's just the law and use of taxpayer funds. So this movie is once again lying.
Christian's right. I had been a coward, passive, and even selfish. I had become so bitter and blind to what was going on around me, I asked God to forgive me. I kept thinking about my son.
Imagine you're with your family and it's that time of year again, and it's time to go to the cemetery to talk to old Pap. And you're having your visit, and it's that guy drives by in his fucking motorcycle and just ruins it. The giant fucking flag. It's classy. Classy. Nice. Pap's dead. Okay? He's dead.
I miss Pep.
Mayor, are you okay?
Randy, I woke up about midnight, searched the internet till just about an hour ago, and I am better than okay. I am absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah, he's the mayor, remember?
Oh shit,
It's like the screenwriter got to this point in the script, and he didn't figure out how he was going to accomplish anything yet, so he just decided right now he's the mayor. He's the mayor now, and then inserted a line about it in that first scene in the pharmacy about him being mayor, but he didn't write out the part about him being the pharmacist. This is wild incompetence as far as screenwriting is concerned. It's like he's writing it as he goes, and then he's the mayor, and he can make decisions about the town. What? No! 14 years passed by. Sometime amidst his horrible grief, he's like, you know what I should do?
Run for office.
You know what I should do on top of patching up random biker gangs that come into my pharmacy?
Yeah.
I should run for mayor. What?
What was your platform?
And maybe we're a little past this point, but in that opening scene, when the bikers, if he did shoot himself, why didn't he just go to the hospital?
Are the bikers his friends because he used to be a biker?
Are the bikers his friends because he performs illegal surgeries on them?
Does he usually perform illegal surgeries, but he can't now because he was voted in as mayor and it would be a scandal?
Nothing.
Maybe I smoked a little bit of that. Too much.
I'm just dumb.
Oh.
They can help me bring Christmas back to this town. And I mean, we're coming back in a big way. I am talking angels, I am talking mangers, I'm talking wreaths, I'm talking the birth of Jesus. I'm talking about Christmas. Did you know that our children are not allowed to sing Christmas songs in our schools?
Oh, we always did.
Oh, yeah.
So the information I could find on this claim is that New Jersey banned the religious carols in public schools, but not all carols in general. Like, for instance, you can still sing Jingle Bells and Frosty the Snowman. Instead, they opted for a neutral celebration for the holidays that doesn't include any religious acknowledgement whatsoever, which includes Christianity, but also the other ones. According to Gallup, only 30% of the New Jersey population even goes to church once a week, or almost every week. Anyways, this is another example
of an exaggeration! It's almost like Christians want to force other people to have to celebrate shit and indoctrinate their children into a very religious way of looking at the holiday, and they don't care at all about the rights of others. They just want to be the most important.
It's like a middle child.
Yeah. Sandwiched right in between Judaism and Islam. They're like, why don't we get things anymore except we're still in charge?
When Pap was alive, he took care of you.
Yeah, he was a Nazi, so...
Yeah, that's fine.
School districts across the United States are taking Christmas break off the calendar completely and replacing it with winter break.
I didn't know that.
That's right.
If changing the name of a 2-week period off your kid gets has any bearing on how you feel about your religion, you have a very petty religion.
Some towns, no red and green lights. Some towns, no trees. Some towns, no decorations at all. It's not because it's illegal. There is no law against it. Just a bunch of people that are afraid of what Christmas is really about.
Congratulations, you realized the premise of this movie is bullshit. Why there's still an hour left in the runtime?
How's it look?
It looks illegal to me.
That good, huh?
Are you sure it's not unconstitutional?
Randy, what part of nowhere you having a hard time with? I mean, if you're getting nervous, go look it up.
So they made the conscious decision to shoot the scene like this. We paid for the cherry picker. We better use it more than once. You didn't have to. You didn't have to. Return it early. Maybe you'll get some money back. I don't know. I don't know how cherry picker rental works. It's not worth it. He uses it a lot. He looks so proud.
Yeah.
Not to worry, Zindor. It has been foretold that the king will be born this night on planet Earth, and he will accept all who seek him and find him. But how will we know it is the true king? The supernova will light our way to the pot of gold.
Get it? Because aliens and pots of gold are ridiculous, but magic Jewish carpenters who are their own fathers, that's the real shit.
Yeah, how can I view that shit up to me? This is some like Scientology stuff. There's like Thetans, or maybe it's Mormons. I don't really know what their hibbly-bibbly language and their fucking, I don't know what it's about.
Whatever religion makes Tom Cruise thinks it's okay to hang off of various aerial vehicles.
You know, I think with you two in the cast, this will be our most memorable winter space odyssey ever.
Yeah, you bet it will.
Excuse me?
Nothing. Thanks.
We're gonna ruin the whole thing by forcing our religious beliefs into the middle of this otherwise enjoyable play. Did Laura Loomer write this fucking movie? I don't see her chained to it. I don't...
Oh. And you put Christmas instead of holiday party.
I know. We have been putting holiday for 10 years. I am so proud of Bob.
Wait, so you've been self-imposing this shit? What the fuck is this movie about? Some insane family who shares a mental illness and their slow realization that they can, in fact, celebrate the most popular holiday in the Western world? What is happening? Am I coming apart, or is the
No,
movie?
it's not you.
What is happening?
I literally thought that at the same time. I was sitting there watching it, and I go, wait, am I being gaslit? What the fuck?
Wait, we can celebrate Christmas. It's not illegal.
Yeah.
Wait, it was ever illegal? What?
No.
What the fuck?
This gave me whiplash.
God, it's like stuff Bill O'Reilly jerks off to. It's so gross.
The mayor's the pharmacist. Who is this?
This is the Hammer. Warren Hammersmith.
The Warren Hammersmith from TV?
Exactly. Obviously, your mayor is not
fully cognizant of the statutes that
pertain to the separation of church and state. Can you remember all that?
That's Fred Williamson. He's famous for being an ex-professional football player and also starring in a bunch of blaxploitation films. The reason they make the Hammer jokes here is because he played the Hammer in the 1972 film The Hammer, a boxer who rises up the ranks with help from the mafia. However, Hammer doesn't realize that the help comes with a price. He is asked to throw a fight. Gangsters threaten to harm his girlfriend in an attempt to force him to go through with their plan. Hammer is forced to figure out a way to save his dignity and the life of his girlfriend when she is kidnapped by the gangsters.
I hate my job. Also, can we stop describing better movies I'd rather be watching in the middle of reviews for worst movies I wish I hadn't seen?
What kind of changes are you guys making to the play?
Oh, Christian. Just a little tweak here and there. And everywhere.
What about your teacher? What's he gonna say?
Oh, Mr. Bodwell?
Yeah.
Probably nothing.
Wait, did the director send them their script as an editable text file?
It's bold of you to assume the writer knows PDFs exist.
Fair.
The mayor's actions are not reckless. He's just trying to be sensitive to all faiths during this special time of the year.
Mayor, you hung a banner on the town's water tower that reads Christmas City.
Don't you think that could be offensive?
By and large, no one finds just the concept of Christmas offensive. It just gets blasted in our faces every year like a glitter bomb that doesn't wash out until mid-January. At best, people want equal representation. If you have a manger display, for instance, they'll sometimes put up something for Hanukkah or Ramadan. I think even the Church of Satan has gotten in on it before. Basically, the movie is an old white guy getting upset that they have to share the season with others. You don't own the month of December, Bob. You do not own it.
Is his name Bob?
His name is Bob.
Oh,
you have a receipt for December, Bob? Is it yours?
I don't think he keeps receipts. The wife does that. The wife does the receipts.
Okay.
But don't tell me, and the majority of us that believe in Jesus Christ, that we don't have the right to celebrate the day of his birth.
Okay. You have the right to celebrate Jesus' birth in any capacity you wish to. At your house, you can do whatever you want. You could fuck like a blow-up doll that looks just like Jesus.
Sure.
You could, you could do whatever you want. You can't do it at the courthouse. It's public.
With public funds.
Yeah.
Unless you allow the same amount of public funds
right, like,
for other religions.
Like if you and your biker friends all fuck different versions of fuck dolls. I still think that's probably illegal, but you get what I'm saying, I think.
Why are the bikers even in this movie?
I don't know. They're in it a lot. They're at the bar doing bar Are they just alcoholics?
Yeah. Huh. Especially the tiny one because he can't handle it.
Well, yeah, his liver is small.
We're taking our freedoms for granted. A couple of years ago, my son mentioned the word God in his valedictorian speech. Well, today we would be sued by some lone humanist.
No, you wouldn't. Why is every other line in this movie a lie? Does Sarah Huckabee Sanders have a pen name I'm unaware of?
Bob, we all miss the good old days.
I am not talking about the good old days, Ernie. We are not losing some endangered species of fish. Our freedoms are being taken away from us one by one.
Name a freedom that's been taken at all. Like, since prohibition or keeping slaves. I can't think of a freedom that's been abridged by the Constitution, like, for ages. Like, it's only ever been to expand, in my recollection.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't...
Like, sedition acts, but that got, like...
Roe v. Wade, I would argue, opened up
more
rights.
Right, I don't think there's any example of... There's maybe something, I don't know.
Certain consumer right issues in regard to second...
Obergefell v. Hovages overwrit my right to not marry gays.
Yeah, no, they're full of shit.
I can't think this is a lie.
Where's the mayor going?
Something about getting a big Christmas tree for the courthouse lawn.
Take care of that matter. Now, immediately do it.
Hammer?
Yeah, sucker.
Sir, you didn't actually dial your telephone. You just sort of brought it up to your ear and started yelling.
You racist motherfucker!
No, I was just letting you know that you would...
Get out of here, Whitey!
Oh, all right, sir.
See that little scar? When Thomas and I were in 5th grade, we sat over there at the gazebo. And we cut our thumbs and pressed them together, and we thought it made us blood brothers.
So anyway, this probably isn't the best way to tell you I have hepatitis, but anyway...
Hey, Dottie. I'm really glad to have you.
Aw, me too. Well, you are a space alien, if I have ever seen one.
Nano.
Hey, Mav, what do the kids like these days?
I think they like the outdated references to sitcoms.
Oh, like that one Robin Williams did when he was a very much alive young man. I forget what it was called.
I believe you are referencing the series entitled Mork and Mindy that aired 94 episodes between 1978 and 1982.
Do you know any other facts about this particular television program?
It was created as a spin-off to the 1978 Happy Days episode titled My Favorite Orkin.
Did we just do the impossible?
I think we did!
We just forced you to listen to us talk about Mork and Mindy for 2 minutes while also teaching you useless information.
You wrote here, we are comedy gods, but that can't be right.
I did write we are comedy gods,
that can't be right.
But I must let you know, when I wrote this bit, high as balls. It's very high. Anyway, she's 13. She wouldn't know what Mork and Mindy is. I barely know what Mork and Mindy is.
Mr. Hammerschmidt?
People, tradition is not the issue here. Not even close. Mayor Revere has taken the law into his own hands to promote his own religion.
That is ridiculous.
You have overstepped your boundaries, Mayor.
You have overstepped your boundaries, Mr. Hammerschmidt. You're trying to tell us how we can celebrate a national holiday. That would be like calling Columbus Day Great Explorers Day.
Christopher Columbus was responsible for the death of 250,000 Arawak Native Americans.
I'm here to make sure that civil liberties are preserved.
Why don't you tell these fine citizens that you didn't have the health department close down their mission of the cross while you're preserving their liberties?
I don't know anything about that. Mr. Counselor, a few moments ago, I obtained a directive from the county court judge to have your religious decorations removed from the county courthouse. You did what?
So this shadowy ACLU knockoff both has the power to shut down their Veterans Hall and get a court order to remove non-religious Christmas decorations. I'm starting to think Bob isn't a very good mayor. What did he run on anyway? My son is dead, elect me so someday I'll do a thing, but he didn't appear to have any particular...
I'll heal your gunshot wounds.
Yeah, did he run on that? Come to my pharmacy.
Free, socialized. He's a socialist.
Yeah.
I am so sorry, Dottie.
Ah.
I didn't count on this.
If this is the way it's gonna go, so be it. Told you I'm behind you all the way. I promised.
You know, a lesser comedian would make a pegging joke here, but a crafty comedian would imply a pegging joke because he's not clever enough to write an actual one.
Hi, Bob. I was at the party earlier and I noticed something was missing. And a couple of folks from the mission decided that since they were in the neighborhood, they'd stop by.
Merry Christmas, everyone! Come in, come in.
Thank you, Donnie. Merry Christmas.
Are impromptu parties an old white people thing? Because if a bunch of people showed up at my house expecting a party uninvited, I'd be pretty fucking annoyed.
Name any situation you aren't annoyed.
I failed to see the relevance.
Mayor of Mount Columbus was fired last night by the city council because they claimed he was in violation of separation of church and state. We go now to Connie Lee on the scene.
Thanks, Jessica. Just when the mayor thought it couldn't get any worse, new revelations have surfaced that the mayor has a few skeletons in his closet. Questions surrounding the mayor today are about what really happened during his time of military service.
Bob? You know, Bob says it's not even about the tree. It's about the freedom to do it.
And if Bob says it's a good thing, then it must be. And what they're saying about him not being a real war hero, that's ridiculous. He is a hero.
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, you heard right. Seems the root of this controversy isn't so much about Christmas after all, but about freedom, according to the mayor's grandson.
What a weird TV reporter. She just turned heel on the audience because that kid got uppity.
She capitulated immediately.
Like, just like right away.
She's filling in. She's normally the weather girl. She's not used to having to argue with the...
green screen setup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I just kind of like the robe under it. It gives me a little more bulk.
Don't start your shit's about to go down music movie. You haven't earned it.
Looks like things are really heating up at Mount Columbus, Jessica.
Let's roll!
As you can see high above me, Bob Revere, the ex-mayor of what he called Christmas City, is trying desperately to hoist a cross to the front of this mission building.
Okay, so now, since he was fired, he's actually trespassing and breaking the law by putting this up. What's his plan, by the way? Because even if he gets it up, they'd just take it down. So,
It's like being a YouTuber.
400 years ago, our forefathers left the religious oppression of another land to build this one.
Yeah, and then they immediately banned Christmas, the thing you're mad about.
And the first thing they did was to put a cross on the shores of the Atlantic.
I can't find corroboration for the claim anywhere, but they definitely built a church in Jamestown, along with a storehouse, homes, and the palisades that surround it. So this is probably a lie.
But it was more than a cross. It was a symbol that in this land, a citizen has the freedom to worship as he or she desires, or the freedom not to worship at all. My fight isn't about colored lights or a tree on the city square. My fight is about freedom and taking back what has been stolen from us.
So the movie simultaneously says, these things are not illegal in any way, so you should do them, but your rights to do them have been taken away. Which is it? Is it legal, or are you being oppressed? Because, and let me stress this, because so many Christians in America do not get this, it cannot be both simultaneously. Do you understand? It can't be both. You just aren't as popular as you used to be. It's fine. Come and be a plurality with the rest of us. It's fine. Chill the fuck out.
You know that in the world, we are the number 3 demographic now as far as religious belief is concerned?
Neato!
We are losing freedoms, one by one, that our forefathers, our brothers in arms, and my son died for.
Really? In what way is a kid dying on the streets of Afghanistan in any way related to your personal freedoms as an American? Because I'd love to hear now. We've been there almost 2 decades. Haven't heard a good answer yet. They've had, and let me reiterate, 2 decades to come up with an answer. Haven't heard one yet. There are children alive this year and next year who will go to Afghanistan to fight in the war that has been around since before they were born. It's not working. Get the fuck out. Wasting everyone's time and money. And then did you hear Trump was like mad and he told Afghanistan?
I thought we weren't going to talk about him.
Oh, God.
Can we talk about him like he's McCain, but alive?
No. I'm good. Diatribe over.
Wake up!
We can't sleep anymore! Wake up and look around you!
Look what's coming over the horizon. We can't let the enemy take one more inch. Not one more inch.
He just pivoted a discussion about whether publicly owned property should be allowed to display Christian religious symbols into a discussion about shitting on the graves of dead veterans. Just fucking, however Tucker, this is like how Tucker Carlson claps, right? Like meaty paws that are puffy from the beatus.
Okay.
He gets a Tucker for that one. Well played.
Grandpa. I know the truth. I found this in the attic. If you weren't a hero before, you are now.
Pretty sure civilians don't ever salute military members, so that's a thing the screenwriter couldn't even bother to look up. I'm gonna jerk off the military, but not take 5 seconds to Wikipedia whether or not you should salute them. Fucking idiot. It's almost like you're using them as props to prop up your horse shit. Rude.
There's no breaker box in here. be a sign. You will find a baby wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger.
And the angels said, Glory to God in the highest.
Okay, when the lady's talking, don't cut her off. It makes you look like an asshole. What the fuck? Don't do that. She's never gonna suck your weird dick now. I think he has a weird dick. He looks weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
Guys, I just want you to know that I'm fighting for you over here. And for our freedom.
There's that phrase again. It's almost like it's a right-wing buzz phrase used to con low-income individuals into signing their life away to feed the disgusting for-profit war industry. Merry Christmas.
I do because I love my country and because I love you. I've been thinking that a lot of guys like us have given their lives in places like this, so we can all enjoy our freedom back at home.
Call me ignorant, but how does killing a bunch of Muslims protect our freedom to celebrate Christmas?
Freedom!
Freedom?
Freedom!
Oh.
Freedom! Freedom!
Okay.
Freedom! This is what conservatives have been doing for the last 20 years. Freedom!
Oh.
Freedom!
And then I'm a liberal, and I'm like,
raising middle-class taxes and lowering rich people taxes. Freedom!
Yeah.
Don't look at what we're doing, freedom!
Overtaxing small businesses while Amazon pays $0 in corporate taxes?
Yep.
Whoa, weird. Freedom.
Well, God bless you guys. I love you. And Merry Christmas.
That fucking kid showed his dead dad explosion corpse to a theater full of families and children.
I didn't know knowing links to rotten.com counted as a talent.
I love this movie. This is great. His corpse is in front of the kid. Like, it's just laying there.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Don't do this.
Don't do that ever. Don't do it. All those crying people?
Yeah.
It's because of the horrors, not because that guy's dead. It's been 14 years. They're fine. If you ever wanted to know the exact point in a film Tucker Carlson shot a warm load onto a printed out picture of the Constitution like a tiny patriotic cum tribute, look no further. This is that.
Well done, Bob. Well done.
All right, everybody take a shot. He is magic. Oh, it's morning. It's morning time. Woo! I mean, he's magic, though. We said we had to do it. Now I have heartburn. It's not going away, is it?
It's fine. You'll be drunk soon.
Thanks, movie. I'm already high.
So what was accomplished in this movie? The mayor got fired for fraudulent reasons, and he also remembered it's not illegal to celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
That's not a plot. That's not even an anecdote I would tell someone. That's... what... Who vomited these words onto the page? Gutenberg should be ashamed for inventing the printing press so we could get to this point. Fuck this.
This movie is Chuck Norris approved. Seriously. It has a seal in the credits.
Oh my god.
I'm not making that up. There it is.
What the fuck
Chuck
was
Norris
this movie?
approves it. This bisexual flag is warmer than you think. It really is. I'm gonna wear it proudly anyway, though. It's not mine, it's my girlfriend's, but I'll appropriate her culture. Bis don't exist anyway, right? That's what the TERFs say. Some of them.
All right, so that's it. You can always send us more movies to review here at the P.O. Box. We're going to be doing Christmas, the war on Christmas this month. So in the next movie also we'll have to deal with the air quotes war on Christmas.
No. Yep. Are you excited?
It has a Baldwin in it.
Oh, no.
It's not one of the good ones.
Oh, anyway. What do you think? What do you think about this movie then? So I'm going to give it 2 Medals of Honor out of 5.
I'll give it
2.
I'll give it 3 because it is
really.
It's entertainingly bad for the most part. It mostly just it's a head scratching. Like what? It's so bad.
It's a little like Breenian.
Yeah, a little bit. Not to the level.
No,
that he
not
is
to
where
the
it's
level of
funny.
Breen, but yeah, it's like
the sets that they were using. I mean, they're not sets; they're on location.
There's decisions the characters make with like. You know, some movies you can, like, imply, like, oh, there's this weird thing. Why is that character doing that? But it's intriguing because it seems realistic. No. None of that. None of that's happening. Was he in a bike gang? I actually don't understand. He doesn't ever ride his bike with anyone but himself, probably because he's annoying.
I don't know.
And no one likes him.
This movie broke me a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was a bad one.
You can always follow us on Twitter at PapaBirdJake.
You can follow Hugo Reloaded. You could also subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you aren't erased like the buys.
You can also donate to the Patreon campaign if you want. There's a link in the description. That'd be cool. Help support the show.
Yeah, you can also go to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/actualjake, where I argued with Boogie2988. That's real. I'm not making a joke. And also, I debate people. So if you're a hater, you can come on in. I'll talk to anybody. Doesn't matter. And got some cool guests lined up. Hugo's one of them.
Oh, cool.
Not one of the cool ones. Just one of the guests. I have some cool guests lined up, too. They were like backwards hats and baggy pants and stuff. Like 90s cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Am I touching your thigh?
A little bit.
Oh, I'm going to stop that. I didn't mean that, and then well, it happened. Okay, so, support your LGBTQ people, but let them know their flags are very, very warm, and I'm a little sweaty now. So I won't be voting for them next time it comes up.
So until next time,
that's how fragile.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My allyship is. Yeah. I'm Jake. I don't know.
It's been Hugo and Jake. Thanks for coming, guys.
You know, Lindsay Ellis puts a lot of work into her movie reviews. I feel like this was a lot of work, but goddamn, if she ever saw our channel, she'd be like, "Why are they people?"
Yeah.
I love you, Lindsay.
We should stop being trash.
Well, that's part of our charm.
Is it though?
Yeah, they like it. We seem attainable. We're very conversational. There's a thread on my... I got it. Okay. Patreon. I need new socks now.